Ever heard of a plumbing job turning into a crime-solving expedition?
Communications.
I'm a plumber and I'm on site for a job, and we're snaking a drain, and we've been pulling back. We probably pulled back about 10 pounds, 15 pounds of it looks like flesh type of stuff, meat, and we don't know what it is.
Well, buckle up for a chilling tale that unfolded in a quiet Ontario neighborhood back in December 2017. What started as a routine call for plumbers to fix a blocked drain soon revealed something far more sinister lurking beneath the surface. Picture this: plumbers armed with their trusty drain snake, a tool designed to tackle pesky blockages. Little did they know, this job was about to take a macabre turn. After days of battling stubborn pipes, they unearthed something horrifying. Chunks of what appeared to be flesh flushed down the drains like discarded waste. This grisly discovery catapulted the scene into chaos. Police swarmed the area, turning it into a full-blown crime scene. What had initially seemed like a routine plumbing issue now hinted at a gruesome murder with unimaginable repercussions. Let's delve into the first case they uncovered: the tragic story of Rori Hache. Born in 1999 in Oshawa, Ontario, Rori was a spirited youngster known for her love of animals and dedication as an army cadet. But her life took a dark turn during high school when she fell into the grip of addiction, starting with a fateful encounter with crystal meth at just 14 years old. Rori's family background added layers of complexity. Her grandfather, Bernie the Frog Guindon, had a notorious past as a founding member of the Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club, a figure with a criminal record that spanned decades. Among Bernie's many children was Harley Davidson Guindon, Rori's uncle, and a prominent figure in the Hells Angels biker community. Despite her troubled family ties, Rori was determined to turn her life around. In her final months, she seemed to be making progress, holding down a job, reconnecting with education, and even finding stability in a relationship. But her promising future was tragically cut short. The discovery of Rori's remains, hidden in the plumbing system, offered a haunting glimpse into the darker chapters of her life. It raised disturbing questions about her untimely demise and the murky circumstances surrounding it. For Rori's loved ones, the plumbing job that day uncovered not just her remains, but also the hope for justice that had long eluded them. In August 2017, Rori Hache's life took a dramatic turn. She discovered she was pregnant and embraced the idea of becoming a mother. But soon, her world would be engulfed in darkness. Just days after the joy of her pregnancy, a mysterious fire broke out at Rori's mother's house, injuring Shannon and tragically claiming the life of their dog. This incident marked the start of Rori's downward spiral, despite workers at the refuge noting her recent progress in battling drug use. A pivotal moment came on August 29, 2017, when Rori visited a hospital. CCTV footage captured her sitting alone in the waiting room, appearing troubled.
She was described as having some sort of a mental episode. The mother made a decision to take her up to the hospital to have her checked. The mother and daughter that brought her there left, leaving Rori in the care of the hospital. For whatever reason, she ended up leaving before she was actually seen by a physician. We see her exiting the hospital on her own. That was the last known sighting we had of her.
Her friends and family grew concerned when she left abruptly, never to be seen alive again. Then, on September 11, 2017, tragedy struck. A grandfather and his young grandson, out fishing at Oshawa Harbor, made a grim discovery: a torso floating in the water. Initially mistaken for debris, this chilling find turned out to be a severed human torso, showing signs of trauma. It was a haunting reminder of a life violently taken. The search for answers began as police turned the bustling harbor into a somber crime scene.
Somebody killed a woman and dumped her remains. We are live over the Oshawa Harbor. Good evening. The busy spot along the waterfront is now a disturbing crime scene.
The discovery made by a fisherman and his grandson. They saw a torso in the water.
Lots of questions tonight, very few answers. Who was this woman? Where did she come from?
Who was this woman? What led to her horrific end? These questions echoed through the community as authorities launched a hunt for clues, reaching out to solve a potential missing persons case.
Probably reach out to other services to see if there are any unsolved missing person investigations.
Imagine a quiet neighborhood where a routine plumbing call unravels into a nightmare. This is the chilling tale of Rori Hache, a young woman whose life tragically ended in a series of horrifying events that shook Oshawa to its core. It all began with a gruesome discovery on September 11, 2017. Fishermen at Oshawa Harbor stumbled upon a severed torso floating in Lake Ontario. The lack of a pelvis made identification challenging, and the condition of the body obscured whether Rori had been pregnant, a detail crucial to the investigation. 2 long months passed before DNA analysis confirmed the torso belonged to Rori Hache. Her disappearance, initially a missing persons case, was now a murder investigation. But crucial questions remained unanswered. Who killed her? How did her torso end up in the lake? And most hauntingly, where was the rest of her body? The search for answers took a grim turn on December 28, 2017. Plumbers responding to a routine call about a blocked pipe made a horrifying discovery in Adam Strong's basement apartment. The stench was overwhelming as they snaked the pipes, uncovering what appeared to be human flesh.
I've never seen that. I'm thinking you gotta be solved. Everything is here.
Knives by the bed.
Strong, the tenant, had been living there for over a decade, seemingly ordinary to his neighbors until this macabre revelation. Police arrived swiftly and confronted Strong, who shockingly confessed, "It's a body." In his freezer, they found a grisly collection, severed body parts, including a head bearing a tattoo that matched Rori's. The autopsy revealed a grim tale of injuries and drug presence, suggesting a violent end for Rori. As authorities pieced together the evidence, a disturbing picture emerged of Rori's final moments. What started as a routine pregnancy test led to tragedy, tangled in the lives of a couple with unconventional desires and their enigmatic neighbor, Adam Strong. Strong's chilling confession and the grisly contents of his freezer left a community reeling.
You said to the officers, if you're looking for the rest of her, you'll find her in the freezer. My question to you is the person in that freezer, Rori?
I decline to answer that question.
Okay. You're saying you decline to answer, but you're shaking your head this way. Does that mean anything?
No.
Okay. Any interest from you at all in telling us your side of things?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Okay. All right.
I was told these things go on for like hours. Is that true?
Again, it's true. Obviously, you don't care enough to help.
Are the tissues off when needed?
Why, do you want some?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what? We'll walk you back.
How you doing? Good, you? Had better days.
Oh, I'm sure. Call Mitten.
Adam Strong.
Adam, you call me Paul today.
All right, Paul. I have been amazed at how well I have been treated. Other than a few staff members at the 8th egg.
And that's going to continue today.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I mean,
That's good. That's wonderful.
well, you know what?
Don't cry.
You didn't say pride.
Oh,
sorry.
That's okay, I'm over it.
I certainly knew we couldn't rush into talking to Adam about the case, given the fact how it went with the 2 detectives back in December of 2017. Sharing a meal with somebody, breaking bread with somebody, it's a chance to bond and talk. And then once that had gone on for an hour and a half or so, I started to talk about the case a little bit.
How old was Rori? 18. Okay, how much of her body did you guys get back? Obviously the entire skeletal structure, right?
obviously whatever was in the house.
Yes, in the freezer.
Yes.
And how much of it were you able to pull out of the pipes?
Quite a bit. It was bad luck.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. They're like, you're stupid. I'm like, you kidding me?
Well,
that's an awesome way.
Yeah.
I just got greedy, that's all.
All importantly, doesn't react to what most people would perhaps react to, which is, again, a rather shocking thing to say.
Every time there was a little bit of information given to me, maybe even unknowingly by Adam Strong, inside I was giving myself a little fist pump, only because I thought we were advancing the case a little bit here.
So,
The questions lingered. How had Rori crossed paths with Strong? What led to her brutal demise? And why did it take a routine plumbing call to uncover the horrifying truth? It all began innocuously. A blocked pipe in a quiet Oshawa neighborhood. Plumbers arrived at Adam Strong's apartment, unaware they were stepping into a house of horrors.
Tear it down. That's the message the family of slain teen Rori Hache has for the city of Oshawa regarding this home here on McMillan Drive. This building now a terrible reminder of the young woman's gruesome death.
To be pieces, we don't even have the answers yet. So to us, this house represents a lot of anguish, a nightmare.
Amidst the clutter, they uncovered disturbing evidence. Restraining devices, adult toys, and even a hammer bearing Rori's DNA. Blood spatters on shoes and walls pointed to a violent struggle, but it was Strong's online history that truly revealed his sinister nature, an obsession with extreme gore and death. The search intensified, leading to a shocking discovery, an undetonated pipe bomb hinting at darker intentions.
Tonight, a loud bang in the heart of an Oshawa neighborhood, the controlled explosion of a suspicious package at the scene of a suspicious death investigation for Durham Regional Police.
Amidst these horrors, a specialty knife surfaced, bearing DNA not only of Rori, but also of another victim, Kandis Fitzpatrick, missing since 2008. Kandis, much like Rori, had struggled with addiction, but had a loving family desperate for answers.
The second victim was a 19-year-old female who went missing in 2008, and very much like Rori, she was out of the house on her own. Both victims were in their late teens, and both victims were of more of a petite build, longer, brown hair.
Almost a splitting image of each other. She went missing 10 years prior, and Adam went undetected for 10 years.
Her disappearance haunted them for a decade until DNA evidence linked her to Strong's crimes.
A missing female at the time was identified as Kandis Fitzpatrick from the Oshawa area. Family had reported to the DRPS in 2010 concerns of her not having been seen since 2008, and she was 18 years old at the time.
I felt right from the get-go that this was a seasoned person that has done this before, because my daughter was tough. She was very tough, and she would not have been an easy catch for anybody to handle, you know what I mean? So I knew he knew what he was doing.
Her family, recalling her resilience, knew she wouldn't have gone quietly, an insight that shaped the investigation into Strong's depravity. Facing mounting evidence, Strong's demeanor shifted from evasive to chillingly candid. He admitted to dismembering Rori's body after her death, callously describing the process as if discussing everyday chores. His confession, however, stopped short of admitting to her murder or Kandis's. Strong's chilling nonchalance and macabre details shocked investigators and the community alike.
The 24th is when you start this. You said Christmas Eve. Yes. Are you doing this while it's frozen, or is it partially defrosted?
Completely defrosted.
Okay.
His cold admission of familiarity with Rori and Kandis painted a picture of calculated evil, compounded by his belief that dismembering their bodies would shield him from justice. In November 2018, over a year after Rori's torso surfaced, prosecutors finally charged Strong with both murders.
The cries of victory from those closest to Rori Hache and Kandis Fitzpatrick after learning Adam Strong, guilty of first-degree murder and manslaughter, is now going away to prison for good.
It does not change the fact that our girls are not coming home, but today we let them rest. Today this monster's off our street, and he's no longer a part of our day. He's no longer a part of our lives.
Despite lacking a full confession, the damning physical evidence and Strong's own words sealed his fate. Adam Strong, a gas station attendant and occasional film set security guard, seemed like an ordinary neighbor until a routine plumbing call unearthed gruesome secrets. Born in 1972, Strong's troubled past and penchant for darkness came to light during his trial. He blamed his abusive childhood for his actions, but the depths of his depravity extended far beyond excuses. The discovery of Rori Hache's remains marked the beginning of a harrowing journey through Strong's twisted mind. Despite attempts to delay proceedings and his arrogant demeanor in court, justice prevailed. In March 2021, Strong was convicted of first-degree murder for Rori's death and manslaughter in Kandis Fitzpatrick's case, even without Kandis's body or a full confession.
A year and a half going through this. I couldn't imagine 10 years, you know? And I've met that family in person. There's no way that they did not report that child missing. There's no way, you know? They're good. They're good-hearted people. They're hurt. They're crushed. They're crushed. It's very hard to accept that this happened so close to the police station, so close to the downtown core, you know? I've lived in Oshawa 43 years. I was born and raised here. I never thought we had to worry about problems like this here. We had some bad people, but not sent straight from the pit of hell, you know what I mean? So I don't know how to feel about anything other than right now I'm most blessed by the work the detectives have done and their superiors and everything that's been put into this. I do not get the attitude. He's guilty of nothing in his mind. He's already judged, tried, and convicted himself of being guilty of nothing. You know what I mean? I don't have any words for this guy. I don't have any names to call him. I don't have any words for him other than, you know, maybe think about doing the right thing for this city and my family and all my friends that will never be the same again because this has slaughtered us all.
His sentencing to life in prison was a small comfort to the families torn apart by his atrocities. Rori's connection to biker gangs added another layer of tragedy, as her grandfather's ties to outlaw bikers meant Strong would face a reckoning behind bars. As one convict put it, "You can't kill the granddaughter of someone linked to the Hells Angels and get away with it." The community's shock echoed through Oshawa, a place where such horrors were unimaginable. For over a decade, Kandis Fitzpatrick's family had agonized over her disappearance. Strong's chilling admission led police to her remains, finally granting them closure amidst unimaginable grief. But questions linger. How did Strong lure these women, and what drove him to commit such heinous acts? The prosecution painted a picture of opportunistic violence, suggesting Strong encountered Rori and Kandis on the streets, forever altering their lives. What's most disturbing is the years of silence between Strong's crimes, raising fears of other victims yet to be discovered. His trial during the pandemic brought these horrors into sharper focus, underscoring the resilience of those affected and the tireless efforts of law enforcement. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comments section.